What's up, Builders Club TV Nation? This is DeJuan Jones, your professional stay-at-home dad. I'm excited tonight about the special guest we got with us tonight on the Builders Club TV. This young lady is incredible, guys. She's got an amazing story, and I can't wait for her to share it with us tonight. We're going to talk to her a little bit, kind of get inside of her head to, hear about how she, started off in her journey in this work-from-home niche, this work-from-home space. Again, she's got an incredible story. LaVonda Thorton, everybody, entrepreneur, internet marketer, online business coach. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get her on the screen for us, and let's talk. But first, let me make sure that we got a volume here right, guys. Again, I'm DeJuan Jones. Welcome to the Builders Club TV Nation. We are live and we are excited again about the guest that we got here tonight. I'm DeJuan Jones, your professional stay-at-home dad. Tonight with me, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest. I have with me in the studio, LaVonda Thorton. LaVonda.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Let me get you on screen real quick so the good folks can hear and see you. There you are. How's it going?
Great. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on to the show. We're excited about having you here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here, Mr. Jones.
Awesome. I was just telling the good folks at the Builders Club TV Nation that you got an incredible story. You got an amazing story, and I think it's one that a lot of people can relate to. So I kind of want to dig into that right away and get knee deep into the nitty gritty. Is that cool?
Yep, that's cool. Let's roll.
Awesome. So kind of share with everybody, when did you discover the work from home industry, and what were you doing before?
Well, hey everyone, I'm LaVonda Thornton-Bush. When I discovered the work from home business, I would say it actually discovered me. I was on Facebook scrolling, y'all, and I saw an opportunity where I could turn my vacation into income. So those two words that I love, vacationing and extra income. And so I was actually working full-time in the oil industry as a business development manager. I had 2 babies and a teenager at the time. And so, again, it kind of just found me, DeJuan, to be honest with you. I learned many years ago that whatever you love to do, to find a way to monetize it. And so I didn't have to do any legwork. I was also a traditional entrepreneur where I owned other businesses that required a lot of my time, a lot of effort, a lot of research, hiring, firing, background checks, and all of that. So I fell in love with the concept of home-based business where all of that was done for me.
Awesome. And so you were in the oil industry. What did you do in that industry? What did you actually do?
So what I was responsible for was finding pipeline opportunities. So our company actually sold technology where we tracked pipe from the time that it was created until it was placed in the ground for oil production. And so my job was to sell the technology barcode system. My cheapest product was $1 million.
Wow.
So, I was responsible for going to the different political meetings because, pipeline explosions, it's a big deal. And so I traveled all over meeting with different oil companies, trying to get them out of the old way of doing business into the new technology that was around.
You're trying to get them to step the game up.
Yeah, and help save lives.
Got you.
Sure.
And you did pretty well in that field, in that career?
Yeah, I earned a 6-figure income. I was the top business development manager in our company, which I feel led me to my layoff.
Oh,
because
okay.
in corporate America, if you do good, you're a threat, and if you're horrible, you lose your job. So
Wow.
It's a double-edged sword,
Wow.
In that industry.
Wow. So let me get this right. So you had a wonderful career making 6 figures, and then you mentioned that you got laid off?
Yep. And March 2016, my corporate job sent me a text message. They said,
Wow.
Hey, your office with all of your belongings. Like, what does that mean? and what belongings.
Wow.
So yeah, I had to bring my iPad. I had a company phone, laptop. They wanted all the business cards, sales material, but they never would say why. So I asked in the text, "Is today my last day?" HR wouldn't respond. And so when I got to my office, or I should say their office, it was confirmed that March 31st, 2016 was my last day.
Wow.
And I was okay with that
Okay.
because I already had this amazing business opportunity working, and I decided not to go back to corporate America. And so that was 3 years ago, and I'm still full time unemployed.
Okay, well let me go back. Let me trace back a little bit because that is no that's a major deal. Making six figures in your career, you get a text message, right? Not a
Yep.
meeting, not a sit down, they didn't take you to lunch, didn't do anything like that. Just a text message letting you know that your job and your services were no longer needed, and now you don't have that six figure income. What was your mindset in that space? You know, what were you thinking? Losing all of a sudden that six figure income. I'm sure a lifestyle came with it, right?
Yeah, but so what came with it was thank you. Now I'm free to build a six-figure income as my own boss.
Okay.
And so I know that's not the norm. Most people would freak out, but most of the time people freak
Jump
out
off a
about
building.
yeah, well, they freak out about losing their jobs because they don't have a plan B in place. So
Right.
when I started the business, I did not treat it like a hobby. I didn't treat it like a side gig. I was actually already a top income earner on a part-time basis in my business. And so through the home-based companies that I'm with. And so it was an easy transition, very easy decision that now I knew exactly what I would
Oh, okay.
focus my efforts on.
Okay. So when that happened, you were already pretty much killing it in your business when that occurred, right?
Yes.
So it was right on time. You were probably gearing up to leave anyway, right?
Well, no, actually, I wanted to earn six figures on my job and in my business.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. They kind of put a damper on that, but I mean, really, it probably made you go harder, right?
Definitely.
Right. So, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Not a lot of people have a start like that, already making six figures in their career and then going through a situation where they lose that income and totally replace it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, being in that space and, like you said, you're already doing well. Were you making six figures at that point in your part-time business, or were you getting to that point, or where were you at, in
Yeah, I
that
was
space?
nowhere near six figures in my business, actually.
Okay.
But I already understood that I would be able to focus and the attention that I was giving my job. Now I could take that time and those efforts and put it 100% in my business to create the six figures. So most people only believe what they see.
Mhm.
And I understood my determination, and I just believed that I could truly turn the business into a six-figure income before it was even there.
Well, I mean, could you have gotten another job, or you were just do or die mentality? You said, you know what, I'm not going back to corporate America. I'm going to make this work. Was that kind of your thought process?
Absolutely. I talked to my husband about it. He supported me 100%. In fact, I turned down two job offers because the job and the company that I worked for was a publicly traded company, and I had a very high profile position with the company that they had to publicly announce my layoff. So our competitors actually reached out to me on LinkedIn and was like, "Hey, we heard that you were laid off. We have a position here. We will actually pay you more than what you were earning with your job." And I
Wow.
respectfully declined the offer
Wow. Wow.
because I understand how the industry works. It's good. It's great when it's good. I would say that. And when it's not so good, my job is threatened. So that wasn't my first layoff. It wasn't the first time that I had been at the peak of my career and literally lost everything, where I would never have control. So it just made more sense for me to build something that I could control, something that I love, something that did not take me away from my children or my family, something that did not stress me out, and truly start to live the life of my dreams like I deserve.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. You mentioned your husband. Now you guys are definitely a power couple. Does he build the business with you? Are you the engine? Is he the support system? How does that work?
Yeah, so my husband has a background in, well, his degree is in psychology, which is amazing, right? So
Oh yeah.
he is a social worker for Child Protective Services, and he's a personal trainer.
Oh
So
okay.
I owe a lot of my success to him, first and foremost, because he did not create a stressful environment after I lost my job. Now that I have, close to 1,400 people on my team,
Wow.
some husbands can't handle their wives not clocking in and out on a job, you
Mm.
know. And so when I had this idea, he did not fight against it. He says, I'm going to support you no matter what you choose to do. So just creating that stress-free environment was, just helpful alone, right? But in addition to that, his background in psychology and personal training has allowed him to coach me in this business. So when you think about what it is that I do, where I coach and train people and motivate people into their business, that's exactly what he does in the gym, right? He
Mm-hmm.
provides meal plans, he give a workout plan. The people that don't stick to that plan, they don't lose the weight, they don't feel good about themselves. The people that do stick to that plan, they feel absolutely amazing and they are successful with the way that they want their bodies to look. So it's the same in this business. And so he helps me a lot with my mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and he get a chance to reap the rewards. I'm in a travel business. So every time I'm traveling, we get our free travel or there's an opportunity to go somewhere as professionals. He's always my plus one.
That's truly a blessing. That's amazing, to have that support system. I believe it's very important to have that. Unfortunately, there are some folks who don't have that. Their spouse isn't as supportive. What do you say to a person who has the dream of building the dream, but their spouse not so much? They're not really a believer. They haven't sold or they haven't bought in. They're not sold on working from home, but one of them want to build a business from home. What kind of advice do you give to a couple like that?
Well, I would say to the builder to, really have a serious conversation with your spouse. So my husband is not a salesperson. I never pictured that he would be one who would be out there selling his business or, trying to get other people on board. However, in order for me to have earned his trust and respect in the business, I wanted to make sure that he knew and understood what my goals were. I also invited him to be in the environment to meet people that was also already successful and heading where I wanted to go. And so I would say to the person that has a spouse that don't see the big picture, show them how serious you are. Like my husband knew how serious I was when I really start dedicating time to the business and not doing certain things. Like I would miss out on Chuck E. Cheese with the kids, or, I would treat my business like I did my job. When I had overtime on my job, there was nothing that I could do in place of work. So I start treating my job that way. Then also, I start sharing my goals with my husband, and he was right there. Those accomplishments. So whenever I was on stage getting rewards or awards, I would say at convention, he was on stage with me. When I got my six-figure ring, my husband got a six-figure ring also. So those types of things help, I believe, when your spouse truly buy into your dream and your vision. Now, we are not marriage counselors, okay? I have some people on my team that no matter what, like I had this one lady, her husband, she already made money to one. And her husband said, no, you will not work this business. And made her do it. So at that point, those are some underlying issues that a marriage counselor have to work on. This business may not be able to fix.
Right.
But for the most part, people know what kind of relationship they have and what type of spouse they have. And truly, come together like a job. Before getting a job, you talk to your spouse about what your schedule would be, where, how long you would be in traffic, what you're doing with the children. Have those same kinds of conversations with your spouse for the business as well.
Right, right. That's good stuff. And let me ask you this, because you're a power couple, or one part of a power couple. Should couples build the same business together, or it doesn't matter? Can the husband build one business and the wife build one business? In your opinion, what do you think is better?
I think it depends on the company structure, to be honest with you. In my case, I didn't even understand this industry of network marketing. And so I made a big mistake. If I could do it all over again, let's say this was day one that I was signing up, I would have first signed my husband up, and then I would have signed up under him and built two separate legs of business, whereas my husband would have overrode me in our comp plan. If that would have been the case, we would actually be bringing in an extra $5,000 a month.
Wow.
In income. And so I really did not understand that up front. However, not everyone is a power builder. I'm a power builder. So I know that I could effectively build two legs of business. If a person is not a power builder, I would say don't focus on building two legs of business. Truly, position one and save it to build later. But again, it all depends on the company structure.
Now, you mentioned power builder. Is that something everyone can climb to? Can anyone be a power builder? And what is your definition of a power builder?
Heck yeah. Okay, so I personally sponsor over 400 people in our company in 3 years.
Beast mode.
And so I did not have decades of experience in this industry. I was just truly passionate and understood the power of numbers. So the reason why some people are not power builders, and I say a power builder, if you can recruit, let's say one person a week, that's good. If you can do one person a day and that's 7 a week, you are great, right? I've had weeks where I have personally sponsored 20 people in a week.
Wow.
And what set me apart from people who couldn't recruit anyone is the fact that I plant seeds everywhere on social media. Particularly YouTube and Facebook are the two platforms that I use the most. So people are out there looking for information and they believe whoever is giving the information. So absolutely anyone can be that expert power builder. But how often are you promoting? How consistent are you? How professional are you? And how believable are you? Some people look at me now and they're like, oh, you're a 6-figure earner. It's easy for you. I'm like, wait, I wasn't a 6-figure earner before I became one, right? So how did I become one? And
Right.
it's doing all the things that I'm saying to do right now. Be consistent and plant as many seeds as you can.
Can we see that 6-figure ring again?
Yes, you can see my 6-figure
That's
ring.
awesome. So tell me this, take us back to the moment, because there's going to be a lot of people watching this going to be inspired by you. Take us back to the moment, because you come from corporate America with a position that was paying you 6 figures. You lost it via a text message, but then you went out, got involved in the work from home industry, and you totally replaced your income and then some. Take us to the moment when you hit that first, or when you first realized you started hitting that 6-figure mark. Tell me what your emotions were.
I didn't even know I hit the 6-figure mark. I got an email asking for my ring size, congratulating me. And I was like, wait, what? So I went back and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize it. So I just truly fell in love with the idea of helping people and being successful. So the reason why I was successful in my career is because I am obsessed with success. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, in our company, we're paid every single week by what we do personally and by helping other people. And so when I found out through email by asking my ring size that I had qualified for my first month of earning a six-figure income, I was overwhelmed with emotion, mainly because I wasn't chasing money.
Mm.
And it was like, wow, I wasn't even paying attention to my income. It was truly,
Wow.
me trying to beat my own numbers and help the team because I was told that what I did wasn't duplicatable. And so I
Mm.
was just determined to prove that absolutely anyone can build and be successful online with the same strategies, right?
Right.
And so I was so caught up in that, I didn't even realize that my income was growing as much as it was. That was the honest truth. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I have to post something on social media to thank my job for laying me off. I have to thank them because who knows how my business would have been if I would not have lost my job.
Right. And you know
Um,
what? You tapped into something when you were speaking there, because I can tell based on your Facebook post, you do an amazing job with your branding, and I can tell that you just you love what you're doing. Yes, you're in network marketing, but I think you found something that you've really grown passionate about. I've mentioned that because I see so many people in different companies, they're chasing the money. And because they're chasing the money, they find themselves in companies or opportunities that they don't really want to be in, but it just sounds so lucrative. So many of the leaders in the company stress to them so much about the compensation plan and the money. They get caught up into that, and they're ending up, pushing things that they really don't even enjoy or like themselves, right? But I
right.
think do you think that has been the difference for you? You found something that you love, and like you said, when you hit the six-figure mark, you barely even realized it because you were just enjoying what you were doing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you can tell when you see people that are posting things like, I'm looking for 10 people to train,
Oh
or,
Lord.
you know, what if I could show you how to earn six figures on a part-time basis? Like, what? It's and it's crazy because my posts are all authentic. They're all from my heart. They're all based on me. And that's how I coach and train my team. Like, don't chase the money. Why are you in the business? Share that with people, and that's what attracts other people. So the people who are chasing money aren't successful because everyone around them can see it. You're looking for 10 people. I don't even know how many people that I personally sponsor without running a report to actually count because I'm not chasing people. You know what I mean? I'm not chasing money. It's truly because I'm passionate about travel, and there's so many people out there that truly deserve to know that they don't have to have a boss to live the life of their dreams. They can create their own destiny through the passion of whatever it is that you guys love to do.
Absolutely, and that's good. Let me switch gears a little bit because we know you work hard. It shows in your success. But what does LaVonda Thornton do when she's not working hard? Obviously, you're in the travel industry. We see you travel. If you're watching this young lady's Instagram or Facebook, you'll see all the wonderful places that she goes. You just came from somewhere. Where did you just come from?
I just came from 2 islands in the Bahamas.
This lady is always traveling somewhere, guys. If you just want to be entertained, then just make sure you follow her on Facebook. But she's always going somewhere. You were in the what islands again?
I was in Nassau and Abaco, Bahamas.
Okay. So you obviously enjoy travel. What do you do to take a load off and relax your mind, recharge, regroup? How do you enjoy life?
With my family. I'm truly a family girl. So my kids, I absolutely have so much fun with them. So a lot of times when I just need to recharge, which I am an introvert. So sometimes when I go to events with a whole lot of people and I have a lot of interaction with people, I love people, by the way, but sometimes it could be a little overwhelming for me. So I will not answer calls, text messages. I might disappear off of social media for a day or two. That means I'm hanging out with my baby. So we're probably at Chuck E. Cheese, at the
Yes,
playground,
indeed.
at the pool, binge watching some movies with the husband, date night, different things like that. So I definitely am a family girl. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So the Builders Club TV Nation gonna hate me if I don't ask this or bring this up. So you're married. You have how many children?
3 kids.
3 kids. Okay. So please tell the Builders Club TV Nation, how do you juggle it all? How do you create a 6-figure income working from home? 3 children and the husband. Do you do the cooking?
Yes. Well, let me say this. When it depends on which part of the grind I'm in.
Okay.
Because there's some things you just have to sacrifice. Any adult knows that, right?
Right.
So I don't believe in balance. I'm glad you didn't ask me about how do I balance, because I do not believe in balance. Like right now, my dad is in the hospital. If I was a person that was always looking for balance, I would be completely off base right now, right? Because I have to now, in addition to all the things that I do, go to the hospital every day and visit my daddy.
Right.
And so what I tell people is that you do have an understanding of what task needs to happen. My children, my husband left them some homework, so we homeschooled them. And so I had to make sure, their homework was done, as well as I had to send out an email blast today. I'm running a Facebook marketing group right now. I had to make sure all those posts were scheduled. So guess who did not cook today? I didn't cook. The kids had cereal for breakfast, and I ordered pizza and salad for lunch/dinner.
Right.
So there's sometimes where I will cook a big meal that's designed to last for 2 days. And so there's just different things to do, right? So having children, all of my kids are involved in activities. My oldest son, he's home for a little while, college break. He plays college football. So during football season, we're traveling to his games. My daughter, she's in gymnastics and cheer, and our 7-year-old, he's in flag football, basketball, and baseball. So our kids are totally active, and guess what? I'm still running a full-time business. So I run on alarms. I have alarms that will even remind me when to eat sometimes. I have to set alarms,
you grind, you're getting it in.
Yeah, schedule certain things, but knowing that one of my kids wake up with diarrhea, and now the whole day has changed.
Hey,
so
that's life.
That's life. So if you're looking for balance, you are going to overwhelm yourself and become very frustrated. But if you understand what your goals are, and at the bare minimum, what you should do day to day, and if you don't do it today, it's something you can move tomorrow or the next day. Be flexible. Don't be hard on yourself, for sure.
Awesome. So just tell us, what are you doing? What should we look out for? What projects are you working on? You're always doing something big. Like I say, you're always traveling. What should we look out for? What are you working on? What are you cooking up in the laboratory these days?
Oh, these days I have a Facebook group that I share a lot of knowledge and information for people who are interested in the travel business. I'm also putting together some more content, if you will, for my blog, successwithlavonda.com. In the blog, I do talk about, some of the strategies that I have used to help me succeed in the industry. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, these strategies work. You can find me on YouTube, Travel Queen, as well. I share information about travel as well as, success tips on building a business. But for the most part, I am working on upgrading this ring to the ruby $250,000 ring, which should be happening soon. And how do I know that? It's because I will actually be able to award, or I would say put a ring on one of my team members' fingers. So that's been a dream of mine to
Wow.
create a six-figure income earner. That shows duplication, right?
And that's what it's all about. That's what we get into the game for, helping other people. That's amazing. We're gonna make sure, Builders Club TV Nation, that we put LaVonda Thornton's information down below so you could connect with her, find out more about what she's doing. Can you go ahead and give out your social media one more time?
Yes, so I am on Facebook, Success with LaVonda. That's my business page. My Instagram is Travel Queen 4K. I do also have a Success with LaVonda that I haven't really been keeping up with much. I'm on Twitter, Travel Queen Fun, and my website is successwithlavonda.com.
Awesome. And we are having a little connection difficulty because of the crazy weather here in Houston, guys. So please excuse that. But you know what? No fret, because we will have LaVonda back on the show. LaVonda, we are doing the Builders Club TV live chat series after season 1 of the Builders Club TV, where you'll be able to come on, talk live with the audience. The audience can ask you whatever they want. You know, these are opportunity, work from home opportunity, business owners who are really going after trying to achieve what you've been able to accomplish. And so it's going to be an amazing experience for them to be able to talk live with probably a 7-figure earner or a multiple 6-figure earner by that time. Right?
Claim it.
Absolutely. So we definitely appreciate you coming on to the Builders Club TV, and we wish you all the success in the world. Keep killing it, keep grinding. We're definitely watching. We can't wait to see what you do next. Everybody, LaVonda Thornton, welcome, and we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
Thank you.